even answer my phone. They don't pick me up. They don't let me down. They don't even have time. I don't talk. Yeah, I don't talk because God knows why it's happening. And everything I will accept it because our son, who is vice president to him from Nimba, is not will not understand if I start hating on Brecker. The Senate for the type of Brecker. When we have wrote, the Senate did a comprehensive report of their findings and attached the Supreme Court ruling and the amnesty law and everything. And the position statement for those commissioners will be further from February to here. And said the way forward is the Panama House discussion for peace. Then when Brecker come now, he is deceived by coming there. The Dillon there, don't be there. And you know where he's just thinking, how can I way Brecker? How can I thing? You want to go after people? Then, you know, the city control the so they went talking away, talking about the day, but I think they do have a position. When they said then something happened. They almost ran to Gombe house. Then they got it back Tuesday morning. They didn't tell me they had it for me. But when I heard what was happening, they were within 2 communities. I was being Robani. When they were coming, they said they were labor. I want to prove. I said, what is going on? You were there when we had paper, and you were there with our own election. And we said the truth. On document. Leave our document. To God will. That's what happened. Because of the demonstration from the Senate institution by the Supreme Court to be involved in the very funny that is going to wrong with them. The other telling about what was said now, the finish of thing for what I was saying, then you want to do it. You don't want to talk to you. So what is wrong with Ekun? Then go there, what I will do for you to help you with more. I was my own stuff after my own revolution. I have never seen why you did it. You know what I told him? No. The revolution is not a law. So, starting the revolution, I mean, we agree. Bring it now. My brother said a jail. They will not put all the money in the
I want to rescue you. Do you think I really believe that at 80 years old you will be able to rescue this country? We embellished it. You know, when you are a sales representative, you are a salesperson, you're selling a commodity or a product. Your job is to embellish. Did you think I knew, or did you think I mistook you for a rescuer? An old man who belongs to the dustbin of our history, with a man who cannot even operate a laptop computer. No, we settled. We made a compromise on you. We settled. We compromised. And we believed you were a good man, and we were sympathetic towards you. We and all our and how we saw you and touted you and projected you as though you could rescue this country. And we call you Rescue One. How could you rescue the country when you cannot even rescue your own finances? 12 years as vice president, we have to be begging for money all over the place, raising money to sustain you. What contacts did you establish as vice president? What? We saw today, everyone can see your campaign. This is a dysfunctional juggernaut. Led by people who are born into this hype which we created, hype which we are sucking the life out of now. We will suck the life out of you. Not the wind out of your sail. The wind people in your sail will take it out. How dare you call us insignificant when you were in political nobody after 2017 and we resurrected the dead political carcass of yours. You show us ingratitude and wickedness. Where are you? Our foreign our thoughts. Where? We did. Fundamental. The issues about which we disagree with us, we are still issues that we're concerned about. But we're not here to give you power so that you turn it over to Jeremiah Prince Johnson. Jaragua is a Liberian citizen. If he reaches to run for president, it is his right to become president. But to hide behind you, he and his warlord, his murdering, lunatical, deranged, unstable warlord godfather. We're not going to give the country to a warlord. Everybody used Prince Johnson in this country. Ellen used him.
One more freedom for
Oh, yes, indeed. What a great day. And another very, very exciting moment.
What kind of people they so? They are freedom fighters.
Okay.
They are freedom fighters.
What a pleasant opportunity it feels.
They are freedom fighters. Freedom fighter, you killing our children. They are freedom fighters. Freedom fighter, you destroying our country.
Once more to be here behind these microphones on a wet Wednesday morning. Good morning, good morning. Good morning and welcome. We are back to begin from exactly where we stopped on yesterday. We are grateful to God for the breath of life. We are very, very grateful. Yet again.
When they were coming, they said they were liberators.
So good morning, good morning, good morning, Liberia. Good morning, wherever you are this morning. Welcome and welcome to yet another fascinating edition of the nation's premier breakfast platform, the Freedom Money Rise on Freedom 87.9. This is where we discuss the issues without fear nor favor. Good morning to our friends in the diaspora, always joining the breakfast. Via the YouTube, the online radio, the Facebook channel. Good morning, good morning. The country is in a very terrible hand. Mystery, breakdown everywhere, corruption and stealing. Oh yeah, corruption, stealing, rape, mysterious death, drug peddling, money laundering, alleged terrorist financing, mercenaries training, all kinds of very terrible news and happenings in Liberia. Our country is at the greatest low. This is why we have to be here, to rather you. Police brutality yesterday in district number 9, Rototan area, where a certain lawmaker, in fact, he wasn't ever involved in violence or resistance from all of the videos we've seen. But the partisan Inspector General of the Liberian National Police, who serves the wings of a political party and takes instruction from the headquarters of the Unity Party, and sees his job as one against opposition, once more instructed his ill-trained, malnourished, underpaid, partisan police to fire tear gas, and according to sources, there were live bullets. We are yet to verify that. But in any given instance, how come the presence of the lawmaker could not have created another approach from the law enforcement or the security folks that were there? Yesterday, they did not care. They went ahead, shot tear gas directly at the lawmaker and just where he was, calming the citizens and telling them, assuring them that he has taken the matter as far as his lawyer, and his lawyer has said that today, which he said tomorrow, which is today, that they were going to sit around the table, understand the matter, and pursue it legally. The lawmaker had gone to have conversations like that with his constituents and those affected in the Rototown area to put their claims together and engage the process through the court. And the police went there without even recognizing the fact that this is a lawmaker. At least one of the leaders among the guys who are gone for the operation who move ahead and say, "Oh, Chief, oh, honorable lawmaker, we are here for this operation, blah blah blah, so we'll ask you to please to please leave so that our operation, you do not, your presence do not interfere with our operation, blah blah blah." I think like that, if Safogo would have insisted, then it would justify any kind of forceful action. But nothing like that. We did not see anything of that sort on the camera. But again, it tells you exactly what is happening.
What kind of people they so?
Every day I am telling you, once you're a critic in this government, just remain on your lane. Once you're a critic against this government, you want to have sharp mouth like people like us.
Our children,
keep praying to God.
our country,
Because the bloggers are willing and prepared to kill, which is bad for our country. And we are braving the storm to keep talking and exposing this, so that one day, it will change. It will get back to normal. Where the police will see itself as an institute, as an institution for the state, an agent of the state, and not the agent of individual, weaponized against the people. Okay, Grand Cape County, LDEA, just like we reported to you, it is getting established. It is already established. That's just as we reported that the $1.1 million that was reportedly seized was incorrect, inaccurate, and understated. And the senior leadership of the LDEA, because I keep banging on their door, banging on their door, I say you ought to go and investigate. I am very certain about my source. I've got all of the documentation. Go, your guys there, the LDEA folks. They say, they join security, blah blah. I said no, compromise happened. They took 3 boxes of the US dollar and reported only 5. So go and tell them why they were unsealing the boxes. That did not happen on camera. And why the LDA informant, one blackie, he's not a member of the LDA. He was the one who did the search and discover the cartoon of money. But then when he did, he decided to take the drawer and the car in another direction. He took the car and the drawer to another direction. They did whatever they could, and then they brought the car back and took out the bottom one and called the joint security. And this is how the whole thing happened. But folks, I'll tell you more. We've told you we will not come here to lie. Every day we will never ever. It's up to you to accept it or not, but we'll tell you exactly what is happening. That LDA, a 90-day caretaker administration, 90 days officers in charge have been there. Who's enabling them? Who's protecting them? And all the mess keep happening with the LDA. Up to now, the Dunga Flat Bay of Jokes that were arrested in District 17 will not know no hate, no teeth. Public outcry still continue to tower around the partisan nomination and appointment of a UP fanatic to head the National Electoral Commission of Liberia. All the civil society and political opposition parties are beginning to dust off, beginning to realize what it is and the threat it means for our democracy. So we'll go more into that right here on the big station. The fate of Yeke Koluba. We have not forgotten the Solomba border. And again, we would like to stop by to remind you. Somebody was telling me, say, Stanton reported yesterday that the people will not start going back. It's a blatant lie. You asked Stanton to show you videos of what the scene is. And he's talking about, heavy equipment. That heavy equipment on Solomba line. You ever saw the Popo heavy equipment? When you see the Popo doing heavy equipment movement in their country, then you say, they withdrawing. We're talking about the presence of the guys on the Liberian land. Stanton is a blatant liar. But what better do you expect from a Stanton? A man who can compromise healthcare, issuing fake licenses to untrained, unqualified, unsatisfied people and place them in the healthcare of a country, contributing immensely to the killing and of course false prescription, the death of hundreds if not thousands of American citizens. A convicted felon, and they think they can use it to kind of water down. The distributing to 25 kg bag for land. You can't last it. The people when they put the poll withdrawing, we know, we will see it. We too got people there. There's a blatant cover up. Distraction and a lie peddled by a notorious felon, criminal convict. Don't take it serious. My name is Abu Sharif, and of course, this is the shipping size of the conversation for you right here on the big station, Freedom 87.9. I'll take a batch of our theme song, and once we come back, we'll rumble through the issues right here on the big station. Stay tuned, keep sharing, and dropping your comments on the different talking point. We'll be right here.
I'm a freedom fighter. I'm a freedom fighter. I'm a freedom fighter. Traditional music. There are crimes in many places. In every community, you know, you can see. So if you see crime, report it. Don't take law in your hands for your authority. Let it come take your love in. Crime stop right here for us. In the sector to your door. Whether you rich or you poor. If you see a you must talk enemy, you check it. Do it for your safety. If you see a don't keep it. You must call to report it. Stop the people bringing safety to your door. Stop it, cry and make it peace for them before. Stop Liberia from the center to interior. Keeping us safe, let's stop it, crime for all of us. Stop the people bringing safety to your door. Stop it, cry and make it peace for them before. Stop Liberia from the center to interior. Keeping us safe, let's stop it, crime for all of us.
Crime Stopper Liberia is your community crime fighting partner. Don't take the law into your own hands. Remember, if you see a crime, report it. This is a message from your own self, Old Man Sam Sion.
Crime Stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime Stopper, stop it, cry and make it peace for them before. Crime Stopper Liberia, from the center to interior. Keeping us safe, let's stop it, crime for all of us. The people bringing safety to your door. Stop it, cry and make it peace for them before. Stop Liberia, from the center to interior. Keeping us safe, let's stop it, crime for all of us.
Okay, Crime Stopper Liberia is the official partner and sponsor of the Freedom Money Rise on Freedom 87.9. Folks, welcome. Okay. What a great day. Of course. I mean, I don't know what is the status with the enforcement in relations to the new transportation fare. I don't know how is it out there, right? It's important to check up and know what is going on. Motorists adhering to the government released transportation fare. What is it across the country? Remember also the National Transit Authority released increment in transportation fare across the country to different destinations. So where it used to be 400, they've made it 500. Where it used to be 600, they've made it 700. 1,000, they've made it 1,002. So they're climbing up small, but they're claiming their own up and they're telling the cabinet to put their own down. So I don't know whether that is justice. You're telling the cabinet to put their own down. No one who's supposed to go make report, right? You're telling them to put their own down, but you're carrying government own up. NTA carrying our own prices up, but then they're telling the commercial driver to bring their prices down. We rather see it in this town. But anyway, a bit of some good news for you, actually, right? And these are the kinds of things we want to be hearing. We want to see how our country is being connected to the rest of the world, and that is not because of any individual. It's going to be primarily because we are putting in the system. It has to be a system thing. But at the same time, sometimes you have people within those very system who believe they can use partisanship to undercut, reformist approach, and transformation and change. So additional airlines are coming. The Turkish airline has reported that it will be commencing flight to Monrovia in April. That is good for our country, right? That is very good for our country. And these are the kind of things that needs to be happening. And this is the reason why you see when the situation at the airport with this Yan Martin fellow, right, where he tried to concoct baseless narratives and using that just to create tension and chaos When we did our investigation and it proved contrary, we came here, we told you that look, to hell with every nonsense. If you have people somewhere where they're trying to be responsible and professional, they're doing the job, right? In spite of the fact. I mean, there are several of them here. You don't hear all poor, but the people who think they can run this country like if for Joseph Boakai Pa or if for Joseph Boakai Ma, right? Those are the people who like to remind that no, the country for Liberians, and it must be governed by the laws of the country or whatever regulation governing any institution. And nobody must think that because they wear green, so they enjoy superior authority and they can come and flout any law and run the institution anyhow and deprive other Liberian citizens. Because the reminders are to set the record straight on the fact that this is nobody's parents or family inheritance. This is something that we all hold a share feature in, and we must work to protecting that. So it is a good news and kudos to the management team. But this is the same management team that Yan Martin of the Unity Party could have and wrote a baseless communication to the president's office, deliberately lying and willfully misleading the president on frivolous allegations that he up to now cannot prove, in the midst of the same thing to tell you clearly what his actual intents were and what his actual point of disagreement with the managers are. The fact that they are not getting kickbacks as they used to get it. Tomorrow I will bring you the audit report to tell you the system audit, and audit of the system to tell you how the system has been. And part of our job is to advocate and ensure that the system is made better to work and serve the best interests of the country instead of a few rogues that will be hiding behind party t-shirt. Yan Martin hiding behind party t-shirt. Can you imagine the audacity? One old man will sit down after 30 years of useless service, right? But yet still, they're seeing in Ablo, we appoint them, and they will sit down and say, we bow. So because you bow, and so what? Every weekend, then you call the management. They do it across the different bowl in the country. Mr. President has constituted a group of old criminals and put them on different boards across the country. Now you see all of them. Some of them from the church, some of them from the mosque, some of them from the council of churches, some of them from the imam council. Yeah, on the imam council, man, say when the money too sweet in your mother, then you say me, I get a president here. I don't want to use the microphone again with my people. Right? That money can make you do that one. I get a president here. Oh, man, what you expect is that government will be talking to you. The man say, hey, 1 or 2 last in the president here. You didn't get the president here. That money you're talking about. Put the man on board. Another president, Imam is dropping something. So Imam they can't talk, pastor they can't talk. People never, hey, forget it. Don't see revenue title on some of them. They are the most compromised and corrupt set of people in our society right now. Right? They want them with a BB, God title, and they go, and they can use the wet gun, and some of them use the what thing. This country are giving God hard time. I mean, seriously, the country are giving God hard time. Look, your salvation is in your hand. Your salvation not in no pastor or imam. Your salvation is in your hand. God sent the scripture. God sent the holy books. So seek salvation through the instruction of the holy book. Not the life of these compromised prelates passing around and bootlicking government and bootlicking president, right? Don't do it. Don't do it, my people. You don't do it. The country here, we will put all that things aside. We will fight for ourselves in the country. We will fight for ourselves. We will not even listen to y'all. No. And as soon as y'all gonna say, the religion, but as soon as you hear that thing, forget it. Like y'all coming for. Y'all be joking. Y'all say that there's nothing happening in the country. You're not talking. Then when push comes to shut, then we will not listen to y'all. You guys are compromised mediator. Look, that position that you have to stand to be they come in between. You guys have lost it across the two major religious sects in the country, Christian and Muslim. No, all we imam pastor for us. All we imam pastor for us, right? The good thing about it, that now you obey the church or the mosque, that order obey it. So you can't stop anybody from going to the mosque or going to the church. So we'll go there. That God place. You can't do nothing, right? You can't do nothing. We're not scared of y'all. So if we're not scared of y'all, then tell me now that these leech on state cover that didn't want to be scared of. Look at what we're hearing from that the lawmaker then visit that nonsense thing. What they did, they say they were going to Solomba. So, fellow Librarians, one of the lawmakers say, okay. So one of their colleagues say, Jacob Dibby, actually from Grand Juda County, said on a local radio appearance that Speaker Kun, Tomo Fala, and all those guys you saw dancing in that video, say when the more we are together, the more we are together. But guess what? They were dancing and singing that song because 200,000 United States dollars of the Liberian people money was put in that trip to move from here to go to Foya Town, sat down with the people. One of them men came and spoke Kisi, the other man interpreted it, and then they moved from there. They came on the road, they started dancing. The more we are together. What kind of country is this? Group of unqualified, they're not even smarter than all of us. They're not educated than all of us. Right? Group of misfits, illiterate bigots, right? Gather themselves uselessly, they pass around and deceive the people with back arrest, call themselves lawmaker, they go there, and they just be collecting the country money. Anyhow, and we told you, we said, look, how national security matter is leaving from the Ministry of Justice, the Ministry of National Defense, right? This matter. Look at America right now, right? In the stuff. Who do you hear talking? I mean, the real drivers of the narrative around the engagement with Iran. Pete Hegseth, the Secretary of War and Defense. Marco Rubio, right? The Foreign Secretary. These are the people. The Office of the President. These are the people. But Labra, everything chakla. Lawmaker and say, oh, the elephant meat now fall down. We go in there, hey, gentlemen, the speaker, the deputy speaker, and few other go there. The more we are together. Yes, see, now is it all the men are resolving it. 200,000 gone and leaky. This country needs redemption. Absolutely, you need some sort of redemption. Look at the mockery, right? No medicine in the hospital, no cheers in. I mean, we cannot find $500,000 to renovate the University of Liberia, right? But in no time, Kun, Fala, and others can find $200,000 to go stand in the center of the road, right? After going to Foya Town, they didn't even go to Solomba, they didn't go to the border. They dare reach there, they never challenge them to show one video of interacting with the Guinean military people. I challenged any of them to show one. Even Gregory Como, as a policeman, I challenged him. Never. No way. They went there. They jump now, they come back. And still saying, the more we are to get. I don't understand. This is so childish. This is so ridiculous. And this is it. Sit and imagine that this is exactly what you were dancing in the pool water for, and this is the rescue. This is how it look. A complete display of childishness, making mockery. This is exactly what is going on in the country. $200,000. University of Liberia needs $500,000, and they've been crying for that for almost 3 years. the very same legislature cannot make that available to facilitate an enabling academic environment for our children. But the man who provided free tuition for the children was demonized, castigated, and of course, chastised. But the people who failed to raise 500,000, right, to just upgrade the environment, sanitize the campuses, and ensure that the bathroom facilities are upgraded, up to 3 years they cannot find it. But that same legislature is able to rally in no time $200,000, go and waste it on a mission that they got absolutely zero responsibility over. Absolutely. And as we're hearing, that very same legislature is prepared now to raise and fund to the executive some sources say 5 million, 6.1 million, whatever million, but find some millions of dollars to recall the legislature, go there and sit in a special or extra sitting to invoke the expulsion of District 10 lawmaker. Then the question becomes, what is our priority as a rescue government in a country? Over 5 million was wasted on the illegal removal of Speaker Kufuor. Over hundreds of thousands of dollars were used and wasted to compromise for the illegal removal of 10 new holders. You can imagine the millions that go into illegal actions by the government for political reasons when the country is in dire needs of this money to cater to healthcare, education, right, social services, to care for victims of sexual abuse, domestic violence. We don't find money for that. Go to GSA, right, where the Ministry of Gender has its holding facility for these rape victims. Go and see the kids living there without food, without proper care. Even in government safe home, they are vulnerable and they are being abused. Because the government that took them to the safe home, I challenge you and I'm telling you this, go to the safe home. The Ministry of Gender has abandoned the kids and they are vulnerable to keke riders and motorcyclists, right? And taxi driver who goes to park their vehicles. So you collect the people, children, victims of rape and domestic violence. You say they are in safe room, but no, they are not. Government cannot find money to adequately look after the children and the victims. So today, while we are speaking and talking other things, right, they are subject to abuses. That's what's going on. I challenge the Ministry of Gender to deny this, and they are aware. But lawmakers can take 200,000 to go and dance on the road. The more we are together. And the executive is prepared to rally millions of dollars for the removal of Yeke Koluba. Can you imagine? Folks, what is the rescue? Where is it? I'll leave you to ponder over that. Another issue that was a strong talking point for the opposition, now the ruling party, was the issue of drugs. Making wildcat allegations and, of course, bringing the entire regime of the past administration as those bringing drugs, blah, 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 right? And ever since they came, they've changed the leadership at the LDA for more than how many times? 3 to 4 times, right? But yet still, The war and the cartel is still defeating them because agents and leaders of the cartels are family members, high-ranking officials of the president and the government. Until investigations are done, until some of these that the community have alleged, until the entertainment center of the president's son, right, Jojo Boakai or Tantan Boakai, right, is subjected to investigation, right, it still remains that these are the areas for drug peddling and illicit transactions in the country. These are very disturbing allegations. But not a day. One Jonathan, a close family friend of the first family of the Republic, caught red-handed with huge quantity of drugs in this country since 2024 up to now. We're not hearing anything. United Party, Goso, I call Goso, right? You all remember that lady that was caught with how many packs? 18 packs of cocaine at the airport. Up to now, it's been covered. The lady released. Right? As if the failure to curb drug related activities in the country is not enough. The structure at the LDA, as they continue to metamorphose into different size and forms, the more they keep shipping in and shipping out, is the more vulnerable the country defense against drugs trafficking becomes. The weaker it becomes, the most compromised it becomes. Now, several times we've gotten intelligence from the Bow Waterside entry point that the officers and the team there are compromised and they are operating clearly against the actual mandate of the law to enforce and go after, like a sniff dog, go after drugs and declare that area a no-go zone for drug traffickers. But have you sat down to wonder, why is it the same place? As much as arrests are going on, but the same place, drug traffickers still passing there. They still see a somebody is permitting that. Somebody is enabling that. Some group of people sitting somewhere is allowing that to happen. And the people who there are some kind of benefits that's going on. Why is it they can only declare the tramadol? The recent case with this Fulani fellow who was arrested, and sometimes it's not too good to be attaching people, trap and stuff and all these things, because sometimes others who just hang on these little things and forget about the real breakdown. Because when an individual is arrested, that individual will be dealt with in accordance with the law. But the thing is, why is it Bow Waterside still continue to remain attractive to drug dealers and drug traffickers? It brings questions on the enforcement mechanism. It brings questions on the security strategy. That means reasonably that there is a system design at that border that's still making that place attractive, and that's why people keep coming there. Because if you are going to the place and you are getting arrested, you are getting prosecuted, you are getting incarcerated, right? You will still want to go to that same place. You will not want to go there. But if you are getting arrested only for the camera and you know behind the scene that you can get your thing, but as soon as you go, they will grab someone and say, oh yeah, DEA working, blah, blah, blah. So it's a whole cartel, it's a whole syndicate. That's what we are beginning to unpack. Say, so, man, Jerry needs to carry his own Labembo, no, but you know, so yeah, okay. So I send, and now the actual people, most times, these guys they can arrest, right, cannot be the actual people. Based on the arrangement, they will just send someone that nobody, sometimes 18-year-old beginner, and 20-year-old beginner, they will just go there, they take that one picture, they do mugshot, and they post it, right? Which some legal practitioners are saying they're even illegal, right? A different debate about that, but that's a conversation for another day. That is bringing question on the level of professionalism at the LDEA and the current leadership, right? Because you're stigmatizing, you're blackmailing people when investigations have not established anything yet. So at what point are you supposed to take people's picture and post it? People could go to court. Some of the people who photos they're taking could go to court. And the outcome will be very, very bad if all of these people can decide now to start suing the LDEA, especially in instances where the people are not found guilty. So that is how the system is designed. Because basically I'm asking, why is it the LDEA presence and the joint security and all of them will be there? Why is it yet still both Waterside port of interest still remain attracted to Georgia? Even now as we are speaking, they now grab someone on Tramadol Park. From Drug Enforcement Agency to Tramadol Enforcement Agency. That what they not tend to honor commas or honor how you call it those body builder, right? So under the body builder, the LDEA has moved from Drug Enforcement Agency now to Tramadol Enforcement Agency, Labrador Tramadol Enforcement Agency. Only Tramadol Labrador now can arrest. Only Tramadol, right? And Tramadol now is being used now to what? To implicate. You just a few pack of Tramadol, you put them on and say, oh, that jokes. You're trying to that jokes. Use as a means. But we're coming to the real issue. So when the arrest happened, folks, the government of Liberia, through the LDEA, reported what was incorrect, inaccurate about the drugs. Let them receive, and as soon as they do it, they can run, they carry the money to central bank. And they say, oh yeah, we're not carrying money to central bank. Oh, that does not make it right. That does not mean you did the right thing. Right? The thing is, you must make full disclosure of what you arrested. And you understand? You must make full disclosure of what you arrested. So this is the report they gave to this was the report they gave to this is the report they gave to LRA, that they arrested LRA and CBO. The LRA on the report $1,187,000. $1,187,000. But then evidence and reports and receipts of the very money, right, is actually $1,457,125. $1,457,126. But the LDEA folks, according to our sources, right, went beyond the whole. They collected over 200 to 300,000 from the money. Cover that one up. Certain elements at the border. Over 200 to 300,000 to take that one away. Then they called the rest of the other, joint security people and say, oh, we arrest the money. So, but the people who get the money, They have their own reason why they decided to transfer their money or pass their money through that route, right? Which I will tell you. Whether it's right or not, the law will take a course on that one, right? So the boy saw the thing and they're seeing only 5 pack, 5 cartoon. So the guy said, no, but my money I tried passing through the border was 8 cartoon. I'll wrap it, let it receive everything. And the receipt has $1,457,127 and 8 pack or cartoons or boxes. 8 boxes. How come the LDA report is showing 5 boxes, right? And then declaring 1.1 million. So then why the banana money? So whatever fine we're willing to pay, but you have to bring the full money. So LD, the post started challenging, and that's how they reach out. And I said, no, but you got to convince me. And they brought all of the documentation. So when we took it up, we call the LDA, we call the leadership. The leadership start blaming, oh no, and what we get, I said, no, that thing you're talking, you got to go find out. I said, so what kind of report they send you? Say, oh, they send the report, the situation report, and then the video. They send the video. I said, but the video they send you where you can see, and not only where they put the money also, but before the money is out and you are seeing the money actually, the place where they were tearing the cartoon to open it, you saw that other video? No. I said, okay, I'll ask the people for that video. That's where the problem happened. So my information is that from the LDA leadership, yesterday there was a high-level team dispatched to the border. They went there last night, right? They went to the border last night to investigate and say what I would say, let's go check out whether that's true. But guess what? And they went there and they established and found out and they got real clue that what Abu told them was true. But guess what? And they called me. They said, oh, Chief, imagine they calling me Baka people, they calling me Chief now. Oh, Chief, yeah, thank you. The intelligence, the intel you gave her, yeah, we follow the lead, and it turned out to be substantial, and we are doing more. So far, we have arrested and subjected the XYZ agents and blah blah blah. They didn't call the name to me, but me, my sources already told me the names of the people, right? We're launching a full investigation today. That's what they called to say. So I like to commend them on that note, on that point. And this is what the rest of you need to understand. Now, look, you start to pin out ourselves to say, oh, we are critical. We are not going to stop being critical of the government. Oh, yes, we will not stop. Nothing you will do. You will not blackmail. You will not name. You will not bully. You will not pay small children to go on social media to be causing all. It will not stop it. Because you know what we believe? In what we are doing, we are helping the government. We're helping our country. But you don't know. Because you know who benefit from these things? That individuals, they steal the money, they benefit. But you say, oh, when you talk about it, then you're attacking the government, this, that. And so what? Who cares? Who tell you the government are God? Right? Who told you that? Bunch of rogues disguised as rescuers. You say somebody's supposed to be, courteous towards them. Are they even courteous? Do they deserve courtesy? Right? Do they? From the president down, do they deserve courtesy? Look at the president. You don't want me to come, Okay. So, this is it. Right? All the documentation proof. And now, let somebody come and challenge the commander, that commander who they were passing around. Oh, yeah, Abdullah Kumar, they made a day. Now, anytime you see it, something inside. Abdullah Kumar at your detail post. At your detail post. 2 times enrolled in less than a month. Major suspicious financial activity has happened there. The first one, and right here, I thought about it, 250,000. Right? The first one, 200 and what? 50,000. The LDA be there. They say that 150,000. Me and my men will rock it over that one. I said that not 150,000, that 250,000. Y'all go made a full disclosure. Y'all bring the banner 100,000. They insist. But we expose it. They refuse to follow that one. Then the second one again, they say 1.1 million. I said that lie. They're not true. They're not 1.1 million. The people say they're not 1.1 million they were transferring. So then the question becomes, what happened? Where was the money coming from? What have we been told the money was meant for? So this is what we've been told. That, according to the guys, their own narrative is that they are cocoa dealers. And they deal in these, some of them gold and stuff and cocoa. Right? And that heavy cash market then over there. But the transfer is supposed to happen through the bank. That's that which I know. But now, what is it you all decided to make a transfer through the kind of illegal means to put it in boxes and tie it around and pass with it? Say the money came through Guinea. Guinea, I'm told there is a financial system in place where the government is tough on withdrawals, transfers, and all of that, understanding what the arrangements are in Guinea. And they want to have their business done. So they opted to package the money. Whether that, and I like to state again, whether that is even the right thing to do, right? I don't agree. But just holding by their judgment and their narrative and reason for why they package the money to come. They say, one, bank delay, transfer delay, when you put it, and then Guinea, the financial regulation, all of that will create bottleneck to their business transaction, and they need to come and buy the cocoa and what have you, blah, blah, blah. So they wanted to do it fast. So they decided to wrap the money and tie it. And according to the guys, they were prepared to come to the border and make declaration to LRA and pay the fees required. So I asked, I said, have people done it that way? Is it that? So not only us, several people can do it. I said, but under that arrangement, do you make declaration? So it was honest. Say most times people don't make declaration. And then when they enter, then they're free. They don't pay any tax on it. I say, okay, that there the law will hold you. Say, yeah, we understand. Right? The law will hold us. But let a man bring the full money, then the law will look at it, and the law will say, well, we are wrong with something. But we can't say we're enforcing the law, then somebody can steal the money. I said to say that criminal money. No, that people business money. Put the whole money there. Let the business know that, oh, the whole money are there, because if we don't do it, our partner will think that we too have taken the money. So that's why we are very insistent on making sure that the actual money be made known, and then when the law taking whatever course, it is known that the law took this course. But not for some agent or element to go and take the money off and keep it, and then can enforcedly declare and under declare. So okay. So that is the reason why they bundle up the money according to them, put it on the boss, I don't know, that boss or whatever, they put it on it to come to the border. What is the original source of the money? That is why the security people and the financial intelligence people will have to do their own job on that, right? That's what they will have to do their own job on. Because no matter what, I am still finding it difficult to agree why somebody want to put $1.20 million in, good money in paper, in cartoon, and start passing around with it. So now, I saw a reach to the boy play the LDA manager, but then, say, see my blessing coming, is he coming, blessing and further. So this Blackie man who is not even he is not an agent of the LDA, part of the unprofessional partisans that they recruit, put them in DEA uniform, and use them for the clandestine operations. They deploy Blackie on the car. Blackie went and collected the boxes. Blackie went and drove the driver. They went in one corner. They spent hours, came back from there. And then Blackie declared 5 boxes. The 5 boxes are open outside the camera. And then on the camera, they made declaration of $1.1 million. So the owners of the money center and said, no, that is not it. So in order to give them real reason at that moment, so that DEA will be involved with the matter, right? That's how they collected how many packs of tramadol. And then Blackie was the one, according to the narrative of the owners of the money, Blackie was the one then who took the tramadol to implicate the entire cargo. Because according to the drug law, even the car that drug is discovered on is seized. And anything along with the drug is seized and is arrested, is confiscated, then the LDA will have jurisdiction over it. But if it was not going to be drug related, around it, it's possible that it would have gone directly to the financial people and LDA. So they had to bring that tramadol thing in. So this is the gimmick that they are doing across our borders. This has rendered our borders vulnerable to increased drug trafficking, money laundering, and alleged terrorist financing. Part of what we are hearing from different and verified sources as to what is even fueling the tension of the Guinean authority over there, they believe that monies are being sent to different means to facilitate training of mercenaries in Liberia for the purpose of invading Guinea to unseat the regime there. And these are things that are happening, that are going on, that's putting more threat and endangering the life of our people in our villages. So, in the face of that, we will call for a more strengthened border security enforcement than a polarized, right, nature like what we have now. Now, anybody can just put these kinds of things, continue to validate the intelligence that these folks are getting there for no reason. Monamide will just jump, they come across, because they too won't protect their government. The government won't protect us in power. The government here say, oh, somebody doing something. When Liberian people know nothing about it, got no hands inside, and what have you. Because certain elements within the national security apparatus are benefiting from this through the compromises they made and through some of what has happened now. And it's good that the LDA herself and the leadership themselves went there and they saw it, and they're admitting to us that they are beginning to investigate. So now they will start to investigate. Anytime we tell them, say, this one year not happen, you'll go there. So when you go there, you investigate, you're funny. That wouldn't that you can even credit us. You can even credit us. You can still go by and start lying on us. But we get time for that one. For as long as the country is safe, that I will not award that. So let's take calls on these, and then we can move to something else. 0776 104 104 065 104 are the numbers to call. Is the LDA better now than what it was? Are they living up to their purpose with all of these, the compromises, right? And the compromises that are going on, the financial theft that they continue to be embroiled into, right? Has Mr. Bouaka lived up to his campaign promise of eradicating drugs, trafficking, money laundering, and other things in the country? Right? What do you think? Let's hear you. Good morning. Good morning. Oh my God, 0776 104 104 086 500 104 are the numbers to call. Good morning. Morning.
Yeah, I'm in the David King, and I join you from my residence this morning. You know, I'm big guy with the Obi Fajua. They are not in security. Abu, do you know that EPS was trained in this country without the acquisition of Liberian people? And currently, as we speak, the guys of God in sky blue shirt, they wear blue trousers. I am told that those guys are police people who have been on the academy. You know, the partisans who were taken to that academy to be trained as police people. So they brought them outside for fee service. So the DA will be infested with similar people. People who do partisanship, and the people that are bringing their slow criminals. People, when they stole those people money, they told Tramadol and blank them with the money to make it look like the brother had drugs. If you guys are not smart enough in your investigative journalism career to be able to outsmart them and bring out the actual story, will not be to where we are today. And the people who you call people who for the drug, like you said, the drug in Tramadol have become drugs in the country. Because we know for a fact that Tramadol were all the drugs around here. But today, on a Joseph Walker, Tramadol now attend to narcotic drugs. So it can no longer be found in drugstore or pharmacy. By the time you see your Tramadol, that means you drug user or you drug peddler. So that's how the people going. The country is dead. It's dead on a black guy on that day to muster the country. Like I always say, we shouldn't wait until 2029. There should be a popular uprising to bring down this government so that we can have a change, a proper change. Or else we'll just be in the vicious cycle.
Okay, thank you very much. Good morning. 0776 104 104 086 500 104. You also want to weigh in on the lawmakers' reported use of $200,000. They do get value for money. They went there, and yesterday the Guineans are still on the soil. $200,000. Can you imagine? Did you expect that? Good morning.
Good morning.
Morning, sir.
Yeah. Speaking with George Dwell from Iron Factory.
Go ahead.
Yeah. I got problem with LTE when it comes to that individual that were arrested to the bordering place there. Because when I saw it on the internet, I didn't believe that. It is possible that somebody carrying 1,187,000 and then it charged or back to bags of Tramadol with that huge amount of money.
That's not true. I told you why the reason why they put that Tramadol there. They have to get a reason to take the money.
Yeah, you can't do that with somebody. You can't do that. Somebody made on Facebook, they damage the entire left. You go on Facebook, all was seeing it. You know, let me just tell you something. They tell you to amplify the community here. There's a girl who selling clothes in town. Somebody told them that.
When they arrest you, then they'll put Tramadol pack on it and they make it like a drug thing. No way for you to clear aside. Then they'll bring the media people and share it on the media people.
That's what they can do. So what they did, they went to the gay place, they get government selling Tramadol. The whole thing, they went to the place, they get around, they bought the door without court proceeding. That's why they get place, took all the get money and carry it to the town hall. When they get keep back in the hearing now, they get see us so forth. They get to a free court telling us, we got up with that telling us this. But when the court call people on them, why the people come to your place, take all your money. Why they deny less money, they keep some money they rented again. Well, anything they carry to get to the town hall, I tell they get more people. And they take any money from all they still want to store beach. They see me there, they get it free. And they get and find people that they don't want to do anything for what you keep. Everybody in the community get best to work. Why you want to do that? So that criminal thing they put in can be on.
Oh.
So criminal.
Thank you very much. Criminal thing. Good morning.
Good morning, I will tell you. Good morning,
Good morning. Let's hear you.
Yeah, my brother. What we found there now, why we the one we saw that why we did so. Yeah. The people now, let me tell you, people got no plan for this country. They got nothing to give back to us. The only thing they're trying to do now is to steal from us enough that the city is going excessively. But I can't believe that LGA are all getting part of the stealing. The first time in doing history. You take some of the money, you tell the person, the rest in the person says, you will receive that this is the money I have. I see with Tramadol. That's what it is. So now the LGA is Tramadol company and Tramadol around.
But I tell you that not labor job enforcement again, that Tramadol enforcement.
Enforcement now with that is all. That's the problem we're facing now because the people we put there that the people that the result is giving us to.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Good morning.
Yeah. Always come out calling for Japan Freeway.
Go ahead.
This issue, everybody say that corrupt. And when you look at that, it's true. They are corrupt. I said that thing happy to the customer here and shot and all this because there's some money. They tell us that they host them, bring different laws and say they got a lot. They tell money and say, hey, they try, no way they get to put some money back. But my lawyer don't say I was not forget about the other balance. They don't put it out. But you know, suspect, you know, no envy against somebody, not just want to steal for the body. But to not go somewhere, there's so money you got getting.
As soon as they see money, they will just take a few pack of Tramadol, they put it and say, oh, carry me old jobs.
The whole thing, it's a one government. Government is engaged in one direction. Now, the slogan who educate can put it in the police. The form attitude unit for the police. And one will be already be in one direction. So you are one.
So you trust the police do, yeah? Okay. You see the police operate, but the people that currently leading the DEA, most of them from the police, right? All of them they get background from the police.
Yeah, let them put it one direction.
All right, thank you very much. Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning.
Morning. Go ahead.
Yeah, my name is Harrison G. Taylor, and I'm calling from 77 Junction. Yeah. Hello, the EA, I'm a ticket rider. The B30 to B39, they told me that I should carry them for charter. And I carried them for that charter. They were arresting in the night. They let me go around 6 in the morning. We went all the way to King Gray area to saw one man on the road. They arrested that man. He saw a small drug with the man. Then the man had 2,500 and a food. So they said the man was getting $100. And the man said, you can't get $100 to get them. So they said the man food, and they said the 2,500. Yeah. So I started getting scared. But no way for me to move again because I already in that mess. So we were only until 3 weeks to go junction around New Liberia. One girl that somebody told me get money for the girl. All the girl money they carry it. So the girl was saying no way for the food again. Their commander and on our second and the man say they get my boat to again. So I had to drive them all the way beyond Fenner to the hard way I think they were their friend. So they see the food doing is very bad. How much they give me they get over 100,000 and 3,000 they give me down there. So they don't need to they're not correct. You need to talk about it. That is the government here and then international community here. The DA are the one that cause you the sign raising Liberia. So thank you very much.
Okay. Thank you very much. I told you the repetition of the LDEA is very bad, has gotten damaged. Simply because people decided to infest the LDA with untrained, unprofessional partisans, and they put them in black clothes, and they're moving around, no training, what have you, and they're creating serious embarrassment, undermining the fight against drugs, and the leadership is allowing it that way because at the end of the day, they are there at the top, and in some way, directly, indirectly, they benefit from this point. Good morning.
Good morning, Abu.
Morning.
How you doing,
Okay, let's hear you.
I'm Gazi from Clonco, 6th Street. While you guys discussing the morning, I think you're really doing well early morning with the particular thing. The guys are really doing that. The social criminals in a particular entity, in a particular group. And how it should be. Now how it should be when you're fighting drugs, you know what you're doing, you got to do the work the right way.
Yeah.
Okay? But guys are doing things that end up making people to be that kind of winner. It's bad. And so now everybody can do that, but just go free. They're going enter people area where you don't even have the things that you get. Piece of in your package, you put it there. I was somewhere when it's today. The someone won't clip up one just saying cigarette, labor, and dish. You didn't get no drugs. You don't even let up at that in a benefit. But there are many, they stay push. I took the thing in my pocket. I was there. I do plumbing, I working the people. The people, they want to go and throw the thing every year. And I mean, get a guy and sweat, but it's
so they can just take out the thing that they implicate you.
Yeah, I saw the guy doing him. I said, we join Ryan, I want to carry me. I saw beating the 2 minutes they are talking.
Damn it, one of the arrest Paul. Thank you very much. Good morning. Good morning. Wow. The 3 different leaderships still, then the get at it. What kind of rescue government answer? Right? 0776 104 104 086 500 104 plus 231 86 500 104 are the numbers to call. Money laundering, drug trafficking, right? Corruption, theft, stealing, everything. Community people are speaking. Hello, good morning. Good morning. Okay, so I don't know what is happening with the line. Let's let me take the last caller here. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
Morning.
My name is Augustine Kohai. I do journey from Kansas City. Yes, to be real, I'm a youth, and the issue of drugs, I don't support it 100%. But you see, sometimes some of the a friend of mine who don't have anything to do with drugs, but he was phone with that area at certain time they went to read. So they saw the guy with the phone, and the kid said, "Oh, I mean, we saw you running back. Man, so you charge me." Or you made that statement, you charge me. Somebody put pills in your pocket, and put in their outlet. Took it from your pocket, just showed and say, "Oh, I mean, it's in your pocket." They took your phone. They arrest them, they can't know where the phone and let you go. I mean, so nothing happening. There's no encouraging to be real.
Hey, brother. All right, thank you very much. And the leadership is listening. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
This is Baba K. Jackson. I'm a taxi driver following the show.
Go ahead.
Concerning the drug issue, I want to make one recommendation.
Okay.
I think it will be better enough. Anyone that is saying that they are expecting to have a drug in their house, the particular group that will go to search that house, let them make sure to search them. Let them all them search their own set, their package.
So who will search them? Who will search them?
Yeah, because they would like it's like.
No, but I'm asking you now. So who you recommending will search them now?
That is search themselves. Before they get to that person's home, before they enter the house. Because it's possible, as they say, they can carry with them. They'll give people. So it'll be if I'm giving the church or the will, they will measure, I'll measure.
No, your recommendation should be for the leadership of the LDA to take all the UP partisans who did not treat well and put them there. They feel they can use the means to get money and benefit from their government. You can't use a serious security agency as a place to give partisan people job when they didn't go for the training. So you say you have to take all the unqualified people from there.
So that's it. Because if they don't think so,
Yeah. So you gotta be recommending that they take all the unqualified people from there, right? You know over how many thousand? Most of the guys in the black. Hello, good morning.
I put you the gym most of what I call it, and I'm going to visit from around here today.
Go ahead.
I mean, the library, we are in a bar in Ireland, because those folks that in the LTA, the police, the immigration, they are all somehow criminal. They got bad record. There's a DA guy. I will not mention his name. He's a friend of mine long time. But saying they that UP thing started, and I started to keep this for him. When he always coming around me, the guy was pretty telling me that, my man, when we're ready to eat, we can just grab those kind and we can just put the money in that pocket. Then when they get money on it, they will force it. They will torment it and they will admit that they don't want got everything. They're true checking. When we find out, we say, they say, why here? Everything that will be in our main pocket will take all what I money, what I come, what I go. So, we are on the wrong path as a nation. We got to pray for the country. Let's pray for it on a daily basis.
Wow, this is serious. This is very serious. Good morning, right? So nobody can argue about what happened to the Buddha now. You take Chama down and pull it because they wanted to take the people money, right? So hearing the local report getting from the people themselves. Go ahead, my brother.
Thank you. This is F. Moka. This is why sometimes we tell the people that the party people, because of the pressure the Liberian people put on them during their campaign time, they pretended to fool the Liberian people that drugs in our country by harassing the consumer, by breaking various ghettos around here. And because ghetto is being broken down, and they claim now that the government has done well, there is no drugs in the country. But that's a lie. That's a lie. The drug is visible. It's visible at every corner. And say no drugs in the country, while the guys are still standing up, sleeping. And then you'll say the only way the drugs thing can be minimized in this country, and so we seriously check the first family. The first family got to take their hand out of this whole drugs thing. The guys are involved. This is why the people are protected. That Waterside crossing point is a terrible thing. It's a terrible sight. It's not easy there. Like the other time, there was a scenario that occurred in Nima County where another officer was accusing the current or DA boss in charge of slapping him. But then when he said it was for napping because he asked for napping in the car and he said the napping he gave out to somebody said that's a lie. You know, it was not a napping. It was something like drugs at the car or something at the car and somebody play with him. That was angle that boss that day to do that slide and when that thing came up, it went down. There is no more information about it. So let the people be serious about this drugs thing. Actually, drugs is seriously costing for both Waterside into Liberia. It's a serious thing. So it's stay here. And then quickly to that representative you're talking about. The guys are not serious. The guys are not serious. And we said that was a slap in the faces, especially the lawmakers that come from local campaign. Your people are in trouble. You are going there, and you are unable to solve one problem on your way by. You're dancing in the middle of the road, of the road, and only because you took away $200,000 to marry me. And then one of the lawmakers called DC called one of these station. We went there, and the poor Guinea say, we better get a winner fight. The poor elephant say, we better get a winner fight. That was the boom. What was the Guinea that you make? Did they even reach to the riverside? No. So because they took money onto themselves, they justify that why on their way. But these guys are destroying themselves. The way they will interpret that action to their people, the time will come, and I want to be able to do the interpretation for their people. Because people that will show that video, I know they got very, very disappointed with that lawmaker. So thank this money for that drug issue because people are kind of quiet on it now, and it's what they wanted, but destroying the ghettos so that they can continuously trade their drugs. See the kind of watches, where? 75,000, 100,000. You think they get all of the money directly from their side? These are the many
See the kind of shoe the Papa said wearing. Who did they giving him give, right?
Yeah.
50,000 shoe, 100,000 shoe. Now what bugger wearing now? The old man what on video say, I'm living on loan. I'm living on loan. I can beg for food before I eat. That the man wearing those kind of shoe there. But thank you, my brother.
Hey, my brother.
Good morning. Morning, sir.
Thank you very much for taking this morning. This is the communication. I am working with the actually was the problem in Nigeria is for total problem. Do you know that we still have all
What kind of structural problem? Rescue people go post social criminal there. They doing the thing with partisan thing. Look, let me tell you what is going on, right? Every day, the children, the small children, they listen to BP money, they're bossing and taking and stuff. So the men and two, they doing that one to the implicating on something kind, they take their own from there. That what happening?
Yeah, the one who knows veteran. And you know how it is? No kind of caring. You know, even on salary. So I don't know what you get to me and that implication or all the go red.
Yeah. Look at how the law make on the jet eat 200,000 free like that. Eating one another layman, yeah, that kind of thing. They get opportunity. Not to
particularly when they're working in our salary, you got payment to the house. They got to eat. If we're to leave, you got to go out Sunday. You got to go out Sunday. That will be on the other people already. And when you're Sunday, what happy. So as to avoid that, it's not the lower way that you in the work. So in the end, the poor that get to other people. You got to orthodoxy. Like maybe you want to really recycle. So I just point at you. And it's so sad and rescue like campaign to solve most of this problem. They are even making it worse than it is. Anyway, thank you very much for giving me the time.
Okay, thank you very much. Thank you very much. Let me morning. Morning. Good morning.
Hello.
Morning.
Yeah, Abu. Hey, morning, sir. Abu, we are in trouble. Why I saw Amangashi and go for
What's your name?
Yeah, maybe go call him Amangashi.
Melvin, is it the one where they dropped that body that the one you talking about?
Yes, sir. Now yesterday about 5:30 in the morning, go call him when I got about it.
Yeah. That what happening? The killing people, dropping it. I mean, the people who are doing the killing, they still are killing, dropping body around. They don't want in power now.
They want to begin to appear to that PSG men at the 5:30 men keep taking people carrying into money about 6 o'clock. You're going to wait. So I think one more your year at the Amagayo be on fire. Anytime they try again, I'm maybe going to see the off here.
No, you don't put nowhere on fire, my man. You know, you won't deal with the poor sir. Nobody that our country, the way the poor did the war be spoiling thing, and nobody doing that to you.
Because the men are 45 on the ship, when I get a job, then I'll make out the tower, PSG men get out with one him, and put 4 days out. That's when I came by the season. I said the off here, we're happy to get out, we'll put it on fire at Amagaji.
Okay, you don't tell law into your own hand. We're back in here. Good morning.
Yeah, morning.
I only see Amagashi people are dancing, say, oh, le papi, now can you won't put fire, no fire. Good morning, go ahead.
Yeah. I'm doing about Morris, but
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You know, I just years and then I'm taking this, so you will do anything to do. Family.
Mm-hmm.
Now we're in some more power not taking things. You take 2 hooray, carry 2 hooray on me. And the 2 hooray will in a navy blue and sky blue.
Mm-hmm.
And the people there. And the people they just for us and they didn't want that they learning the police skill operation.
Damn it, Eddie, if so can finish. I ain't want Eddie, if so can finish to the point where I don't know. Everybody just get their own story. So the high Eddie is sport, my people. So the high Eddie is sport. They all men passing around doing body lifting things, showing arms everywhere. Everywhere you go for a step front, you see BB arms. That BB arm doing the thing. Good morning.
Yeah,
Morning.
Yeah, morning, man. This is something.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, actually, thank you for the topic of discussion. Let me tell you that the better behavior. What you can do. The man will just enter somewhere, you will not see nothing, they will be in a pocket, they will enter somewhere in the place, they will be in a pocket, they will just say, yeah, I get jaw. You will see that the bunny, ratty, bad, see that the bunny jaw. A man of behavior. Thank you, Abu Sherry. I got nothing more to say because I heard it.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Let me take a break. Crime Stopper. LDS Trade Finish tomorrow. Probably will look at it. So let's move to something else. Too many things happening in the country. Okay, this break. We'll be right back.
It's my music. There are crimes in many places. In every community, you can see. So if you see crime, report it. Don't tell law in your hands for the right authority. That it can't take your law in. Crime Stopper here for us. We need safety to your door. Whether you rich or you poor. If you see you must talk enemy, you check. You wait for your safety. If you see don't keep it. You must call to report it. Crime Stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime Stopper, stopping crime and make it peace for them before. Crime Stopper, Liberia, from the center to interior. Crime Stopper, keeping us safe, let's stopping crime for all of us. Crime Stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime Stopper, stopping crime and make it peace for them before. Crime Stopper, Liberia. From the center to interior, Crime Stopper, keeping us safe, let's stop it, crime for all of us.
Crime Stopper Liberia is your community crime fighting partner. Don't take the law into your own hands. Remember, if you see a crime, report it. This is a message from your own self, Old Man Sam Sion.
Crime Stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime Stopper, stopping crime and make it peace for them before. Crime Stopper, Liberia, from the center to interior. Crime Stopper, keeping us safe, let's stop it, crime for all of us. Crime Stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime Stopper, stopping crime and make it peace for them before. Crime Stopper, Liberia. From the center to interior, Crime Stopper, keeping us safe, let's stop it, crime for all of us.
Okay. So, welcome, folks. Welcome. Let me see. No, this is an old one when the children are doing that thing. Okay. So, yesterday, the incident in District Number 9 was another reminder of how terrible and how extremely dangerous our country is being headed, how dangerous our country is proceeding. And I'd like to take my time to speak about this matter. What happened with Friends Afoko on yesterday is a sufficient reason to be concerned. Do you understand? It's enough reasons to be concerned. Because when you see that in the country of law, then you have a security force with unchecked and boundless authority, where the authority sees no bound and the actions are unchecked, they're ruthless, they do it to the ordinary people, they do it to even citizens with certain privileges. And then you begin to wonder whether the country is still being run in accordance with principle and law. But these are deep conversations that will require, real thinkers to begin to ponder around, to begin to imagine, say, but look, no, this is reminiscent of an anarchy, right? A breakdown in rule of law, reminiscent of a police state, right? And there are a lot of reasons, or there are a lot of instances and scenarios to paint that gives a critical mind, a sort of clue to begin to imagine, well, what is going on? Is all of these things justified? Right? Where people will sit down and witness a police force directly operating, right, as an agent of a political party and a political organization or a regime. And it should be a shame and embarrassment on the leadership of the police, right, to sit and be okay with that tag. They should be redeeming themselves in all of their actions and be more interested in, right, building an image that reflects a professional organization and a state institution. Any serious and responsible police managers, right, who never sit to allow, right, their professional work, sacrifices, and contribution to law enforcement, right, to be tinted and considered as squarely a display of partisan loyalty and extremist operation. It is difficult for the police herself to untie herself from these allegations when actions after actions continue to validate and give currency to these perceptions. Look at the manner and form in which the police engage the matter with the old man Sam Jackson. That up to now, after 2 to 3 weeks, they are still yet to find anything to be able to prosecute the man for homicide. What was the bravado all about? And this is what many will believe and accept it when Sam Jackson described and indicated that the Liberia National Police, now through the Inspector General of the Police, runs a Gestapo, a special operative or a unit, secret unit within the police to execute, right, unlawful instructions and violate laws and disregard the ethics of policing in a democratic arrangement, and nobody is supposed to talk about that. What justifies that if not partisanship? Right? What justifies that? Sam Jackson, like any other Liberians, enjoying the benefit of the constitutional guarantee for freedom of expression and the freedom to form opinions on issues in the country, right? Speaks and critique government policies and program and proffers recommendation. This is to the displeasure of those running the state when they think their best is being exposed Their best policies and decisions are being exposed. Lies after lies. When under this fiscal framework, you have an irresponsible director of the CSA, right, makes a policy statement of this nature since April 12, 2024, when he wrote on the social media handle, folks, we are making steady progress towards the betterment of civil servants' lives. That was a promise from the head of all the civil servants in the country and a darling boy of the regime, right? Yesterday, according to him, the CSA and EcoBank Liberia launched the 50% salary advance scheme for our value employees with the lowest interest rate of 3%. Simply open an EcoBank enhanced salary account, that this blah, 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 blah. How far is the 50% salary payment? After 2 weeks, they pay a 50%. The last 2 weeks, they pay about 50%. How far? When critical minds like Sam and others set to question these, it outraged them. It outraged them. And then they say your name to the police. You are blacklisted. They're just waiting for one moment. One moment, and then they'll violate the laws and abuse your human right. What happened to Sam was an abuse of his human right. At that age, you make deployment of riot, gun-toting police officers, barricade the man communities, implicate the man, blackmail the man, right? And defame the man as a murderer. When you have zero basis, just on hearsay, gossip. And the police, these things come to the police because people in the police, in the ranks and file of the police, are overwhelmed by partisanship and partisan loyalty. They do not exhibit professional evaluation and make sure that their actions are premised on the ethics guarding their movement. The moment somebody call to say something about a name of a critic and an opposition figure, Gregory rallies the most ruthless unit in the police to go after that person. If the critical media was not going to something, nobody know what they will run up. If the population are not stand up with Sam, they will run up Sam Jackson that day and put him behind bar. That was their expectation. That's one instant case. What we will consider of a police in an event where a person who has some degree of privilege to sensitive national security discussions and executive level conversation, the presidential press secretary, in a tensional crisis period, wrote a communication on the 16th of March 2026 at the heat of the Guinea-Liberia border tension, when families are displayed, wrote a communication sealing and declaring the position, the official position of the president and the government in the matter. That person, discussion and communication, and breach and contradiction of previous position of the government was not seen as a national security threat or legal, was not seen as an agent acting from within to be questioned on the motive and the purpose for which Kula Fofana wrote this communication, and continue within it this line, and I quote, following reports of confrontation between Guinea soldiers and Liberian civilians near the border, local sources indicated that, let me start from the top of it. Recent incident in the Solomba area of the Foya district, Lofa County, have raised concern among residents and local authorities following reports of confrontation between Guinea soldier and Liberian civilian near the border. Local sources indicate that tension intensified after Guinea troops crossed into territory claimed by Liberia near Solomba, a border community in Lofa. Territory claimed by Liberia. What informed Kula Fofana's narrative on this? The so-called national security expert in Gregory Kumo never invited Kula Fofana, never questioned Kula Fofana, never wrote the executive mansion to subject Kula to any degree of inquiry, especially when the national security architecture were being rallied to safeguard and protect. In the midst of that, she issued a statement saying that Liberia was laying claim to a place that belonged to Guinea, and that Guinea had crossed there. So Liberians started becoming confrontational and even accusing those young people who went there that day to hoist the flag of Liberia on the land. The presidential spokesperson, Kula, she's passing around here. She's passing around here free. Oh yeah, it's good. Send that Kula say, hey, and she UP, the police and national security ain't care whether the national security race and endangering is undermining the government position. And before this time, the government position was that they are engaging diplomatically to reclaim the place and have the Guineans go back. In the face of that, days later, Kula wrote this to say Liberia is laying claim. So why didn't we invite Kula to tell her what the local source that told her at that level that she sits in the office of the president to be quoting blanketly a local source that Liberia claimed the land? This was even more egregious and threatening the comments made by Yeke. But what did we see? Yeke, a new critic, an opposition voice against the government, exposing and ruthless, sometimes unsavory in his remarks, right, to the government and the presidency. But yet still a lawmaker, reserving the right to speak out, just like any other citizen as guaranteed under our constitution, expresses his opinion about what is going on, especially with the prolonged delay. And Yeke spoke after the president came from Guinea, and yesterday there was no resolution. But Gregory Kumo went to the border and came back from there. He see Kula Fofana post. He see Board Naked threatening remark of sending rebels to Conakry to arrest Doumbouya, right? Especially when Doumbouya is accusing people of treating malicious here. He see Yeke Kolu, he see Board Naked comment as threatening to national security. He see the rebel generals in Nimba that did a podcast. He did not see it. General Colley, he did not see it, right? As anything warrant some degree of investigation or conversation around. The man said all those people there are UP people. The man wrote this, the legislature, the speaker office, to investigate and take action on Yeke Koluba. So, fellow Liberians, what does that make the police to look to you? A partisan police or an objective state institution working for the welfare of the country and the true and impartial enforcement of the law, irrespective of who's involved, their position, their name, or what have you? By what yardstick you will initiate, right, an investigation of Yeke Koluba, but then you leave Board Naked out. Board Naked is, of course, a UP man, right? The guys to Nimba are UP people, but Yeke Koluba, even though they're UP man, but he said, you're stealing too much, he won't be with you. He's riding solo. I am looking at the police as an institution and how it is being managed, and the image that it is creating for itself in the minds. Other people may not have the balls or the bravery to speak this, but look, hundreds of thousands of our compatriots out there watching and evaluating the way the police is operating, and they know clearly, right? And they know clearly that this is exactly what it is. Another instance, last evening, an opposition lawmaker goes on a scene to where his constituents are complaining and that he has been exhausting every effort, right, structurally, to allowing a space for an amicable resolution, but the doors have been shut in his face, and people are showing him disrespect and dishonoring the authority he holds as a lawmaker simply because he's an opposition lawmaker, and they're not listening to him. But he is the people's representative, right? So the country is being extremely divided on party line, and the government is giving currency to that, and the president is giving instruction for these things to happen, and is leading the police in a direction where the police provide security and protection only for partisans and supporters of the regime. When the people grow increasingly vulnerable and see it clearly that state apparatus, state security apparatus no longer provide protection and security for them, they are the direct victims of police brutality and police action. They know that the state has abandoned them. It leads to something, or it does. They create a sense of resistance in the people. And with time, the people, these resistance start to build, right? From a psychological, emotional preparedness to resist or position themselves in a position, in a place where they believe that their security is with themselves and that they guarantee no longer national security. Then it transitioned from that point to a point where they were the desire to provide physical security for themselves. And when it reaches that point, then they start to consider the mechanism and the means by which their physical security can be guaranteed. That's when you start to see other things happen. And this is why it is important for the police to go back to her note, for Gregory to reverse to the note and start to paint out an image. Be seen as objective. Try to be seen, try to be seen as objective. Stop making another segment of the population to feel like you are not for them, and only one segment of the population or a very minute segment of the population feeling that you are for them and they can go ahead and they can do anything. When you come there, in fact, you provide them snacks, water. You literally pay them. This is bad. You can't win the soul of the nation that way. You can't win the admiration of the people through these suppressive means. It is not sustainable. The desire of getting to the point where you think you can manipulate and steal anything and have your will, it's not working. And I always like to take clues from the US. Look at what is happening in Iran. You know why it is even difficult with the desire, right, of the US in these instances? It's becoming difficult because the war is open. The world sees, the world reads. Everybody has access. That is making it difficult. Imagine a poor Liberia with no infrastructure. The police not even get good forensic equipment. All that thing, that social showmanship you can be on. You think we don't know? Nothing they get. They go do investigation, they can just go papa around. No equipment. You say Allah. Nothing there. In that country, in a country like ours, that's still struggling to even fund police operation, even police investigation. That's why you see it's difficult for police to even begin a process successfully, or prosecution to begin a process successfully, and get the desired outcome that the state reach. Look at how the Samuel Toy case is going. Unless you do politics with it. Because at the end of the day, you the one accuse Samuel Toy. He says Samuel Toy stole the money that was meant for the security people. He says Samuel Toy stole it. So now the onus is on you to prove that yes, indeed, that money, what you highlight, when you put out there, you throw it, right? You have to prove it that money, Samuel Toy actually took that money and carry it. You must show it. Because it is one thing to accuse people, it is another thing to prove it. First of all, we're running a national security system or a judicial system in the country, especially state prosecution, where when a case happens, it's only for the camera. They know, oh, there's corruption, blah, blah, blah. Witnesses, right? You grab them during that heated moment. You can't. Sometimes some of the cases will drag for years. Along the line, you abandon the witness. You stop talking to them. And then you waiting again. Maybe if that person shakes, then you go after and then you call the witness. Witness where you left 6 months ago, then you call the man. Oh, my man. Oh, but how you can do your own thing? The investigation? Everything is happening unprofessionally. Everything is happening unprofessionally. And you like to hear that. And it is true. And you know it. Some of you sitting in your corner, you know we can be saying it true every day. But because of their partisan thing, right? You're refusing to accept the fact. You think it was fair the way this government handled the Fonati case? You think it is fair the way they're proceeding with the Samuel Toy case? You think that our country is supposed to go? Why you can't take your time, you build up your case in keeping with the ethics of criminal investigation? But so your partisan will carry the news, they will carry the picture. Oh yeah, come and now arrest them, man. Come and now do they want, blah blah blah. Where is arrest? How far are we? 3 years going. A penny they have not recovered. The people who made all of the wild accusations here. But the police is always mobilized, instructed to go ahead and unleash lethal force on opposition. Nobody, no civil society has issued any kind of condemnation of what happened to the lawmaker. For some, it's justified. The men are CDC lawmaker. They are building a bad culture in the country. The same people who think it's justified for the man to be violated, ignoring the fact that the man is a statesman, refusing to accept that no statesman is supposed to be treated in such a disdain manner, a distasteful manner, right? Ignoring all of that, but because the men are CDC, man is justified. But mind you, if other people reciprocate that, then you say, oh, why they do that? So you picks better than seditionists? Oh, because of their social class? And you say nobody should talk about it? And it's so funny how very dull and empty-headed fools think themselves as intelligent simply because they identify with a criminal organization called Unity Party. A criminal organization. Their criminality is visible. As soon as this say, oh, come and break ground to be our headquarters, they jump, oh, we're coming back, our own party headquarters to come and break ground to rebuild. Go there today. They are turned to forest. You don't know how BM can operate? You know United Party, that BM organization. You can see it, for yourself. And everybody associated are all criminal, loose money eaters. That's what they like to be there. You don't know? For 12 years, the experience of 12 years and the lootings that happen in this country is not enough for you to know that these are rogues. Again, public trust and confidence in the police in this operation is derailing. It's going down. Even us, no matter what our positions are, the police is under oath to still be there to provide protection and security for us. But can we trust our safety and protection in the custody of the Liberia National Police? Understanding how partisan it appears? Can we? It's a challenge to the police. It's a challenge to the police management. Does Gregory really care about it? Absolutely not. He's overwhelmed. You know, this is what illicit money does. When you are profiting from illicit money, it corrupts and erodes your rationality and your reasoning. You don't see beyond the benefit and enjoyment of illicit transactions and dealings. So people who are profiting out of illicit arrangements, no matter how reasonably you sound, they wouldn't listen to you. And this is you think people don't know that the way they're proceeding is out of order? They're aware. But they're not willing, because by that, they are getting windows of illegal resources, aiding and abetting the onslaught of unregulated, unprofessional, and illegal actions. You think people will be willing to accept any reasonable conversation around LTM's operation and the revenue lost to the country and the corruption of the future as a result of such a terrible deal? No. The deal guarantee kickbacks. The deal guarantee luxury for some individuals, and they are benefiting. So no matter how reasonable and rational you sound around it, what sort of exposure we've not made? Who signs a deal and give away 70% of the country's resources to a foreign firm, a foreign company? There's nowhere. Show me one example in any other country, if not Liberia, and not under Joseph Boakai and the United Party. You usurp the statutory function of a government's ministry, right? And outsource it to a foreign firm that have got a checkered establishment record, corrupted and eroded in compromises, right? You outsource that function to them, and then you approved the corruption and denial of legal revenues from the sector. And you allow and sign off on an agreement that sees 70%, and the police inspector general is inspired to enforcing that vehemently. What is that? Corruption, stealing, looting. For 25 years, Liberia is going to be entrapped into that mess. They will not listen because they are the one receiving the kickbacks. Tell the LTM to publish the shareholders, the incorporators. I challenge them to publish the name of the shareholders and incorporators. Have you ever seen it? A company as big as that, awarded. Let them publish the shareholders and incorporators. And then you know whether I am the liars or the president and his administration is the one lying. This is terrible. And this is what you're doing. You think you can appoint a partisan to head the National Elections Commission, and Liberian will accept to go another 6 years into this nonsense and breakdown? And you believe you can micromanage the choices of the people and impose upon them this misrule for another 6 years? Who told you you have the right over our fate and our future? Who told you? Who gave you that authority? And who told you by appointing a good for nothing, forsaking failure, right? That means you can steal the election. No, but guess what? You say you're educated, you're intelligent, but you have just shot yourself in the leg. This is the most disastrous decision that you've ever taken. And if it is left with me, I'll tell you, look, you let the men go do their thing. At least the world know that partisan over Liberal Election Commission, that UP is over denting the credibility of the individual and the action and decision you will take, putting him under immense pressure. He's under immense pressure to deliver because the laws are clear. You have discredited your election even before the election happened. You have given justification for any unwholesome action or anything on the contrary that the political opposition may want to embark on in future election by this singular action. Is that a mark of a responsible government? Is that a mark of an intelligent, mature government? No, it's a mark of a dumb, stupid-headed government. That's what you get. Who does that? Right? You blackmail your election even before it's election time? And you think you're doing favor? You say that stupid kids, ignorant kids, right? That cannot even do anything for themselves. They're stealing from the country. Go and deceive and say, oh, we got to put UP man there. Right? Oh, yeah, put UP man there. Putting a UP man there, how is that equal to guarantee winning an election? Who told you anytime you have your partisan in election commission means automatically you got to emerge as winner of the election? To even believe that thing shows how stupid you are. Let me give you an instant. 2017, that CDC man was to neck, and they seen Pom Hay, Solar Face, Jonathan were there. They see Pom Hay, Solar Face, Jonathan, you were there. You were there. Kokoya, they were there. Who won the election? Who was Kokoya? UP. But at least much more professional than this Pom Hay, Solar Face, Jonathan Widow, who clearly exhibited his extremist partisan pusher and is walking on the street. So it's a little unlike Kokoya, but yet still the CDC whipped you 14 counties out of 15. Why you did? Why partisan shit didn't give it to you? Sit your dumb self. You sit your dumb self down and do not deliver on your agenda. And you think you can't take election when the people and everybody will sit and fold their hands. No what's ever happen. Nothing. Nobody not breaking anything. But you just sit down. If it's a good thing, the opposition should be clapping that. Oh, you are stinking that attitude of complacency in yourself. So now, what will happen, Mr. Baka? You're undermining your government. So most of the people will be there stealing. They will not do what they're supposed to do. They will always believe that because you already get a unit party president, they will steal. So they will not be interested in convincing the Liberian people anymore. They feel like the future is already guaranteed for them. and you understand? They feel that the future is already guaranteed. So whether now we pump here solar phase, we just go ahead and go declare election. Let's see how that's gonna work. 0776-104-104, 086-500-104 plus 231-86-500-104 are the numbers to call. Let's hear you. This is our country. Speak now or forever hold your peace. This is your turn. We've exactly said ours. It's up to you. Let's hear you. 0776-104-104, 086-500-104 plus 231-86-500-104 are the numbers to call. So every time we come here, we'll tell you, Mr. President, you still have a chance to rally your people. You can still make amends and let your record speak for you. Let nobody fool you that in this ancient time, if that was the case, then America finished studying the war in Iran and finished the whole war fought for it. But now, you know how many times the Americans and the American authority have said we have obliterated, obliterated. The only war that has been finished, that have been won 18 times since the beginning, that America, Israel versus Iran. 18 times Donald Trump not finished that war. 18 times, right? So far. And he's still counting. Even if you carry the microphone to him right now in the war, America will win it again. Right? But then it's still going on. The Screw of Hormuz has been open about 10 times now, but still, it's still lack, shape not passing. The last one I saw the last report where I think the president tweeted on the true Twitter or what, on true that NATO should go and pass to the script or open the script for themselves. They NATO get two options. Either you can buy American gas or you go pass to the place and get your own gas for yourself. When I saw that, I was like, oh, this script will move for the 8 hours given to open here, you know, reach to that point. So the war has evolved dramatically and significantly that nobody can sit down in one lay comfortable room and think you can manage your way and have your will all to yourself. So to believe that you can put a widow over the election and you can rob the election by yourself, we yourself will be fighting for a hay. All the time we don't be fighting for a hay. I get a man on a job, the old man go, when he get one ability to take election here and turn it around. Good morning, let's hear you. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Really, what's going on in our country today? I'm really looking at the president.
Mm-hmm.
But those that around the president.
Now who appointed the people around the president?
I agree. You will appoint the people, but somehow you will totally add there to that people.
You not see cat born rat?
That parable you give me, boy.
Yeah, but yeah, look at it now. So the man can bring his own people. That the man brought his own people. The people get confident in their attitude, their behavior, everything. He approve it, he agree, he like it. So everything they do is at the acquiescence and approval of the president. The president takes responsibility. It is his decision to appoint them. So go ahead.
I agree. The president will signature everything and he appoints his people.
Mm-hmm.
I think he happy 2005 when Eddie was coming into power. She put out head of a statue of saying that she's going to fight corruption. And corruption becomes her best friend.
Okay.
George Weah did the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
He took the country money and built more estate for Jackie's appear in Ghana.
Okay, where that estate?
Hey, brother, you don't have to tell me what I think.
I know, but why now? You say something in Ghana? What part of Ghana?
On Facebook.
What part of Ghana is it? I won't go. The day I go in Ghana, myself, I won't go see it. No. We're not forgetting about that one. You say
I just want to tell you what I was
you no. You're gonna do that when you say it. So I say what part of Ghana that estate is? Because I won't know. John, we're not going to tell about money go pay estate for Jackie Apia. But you say you saw it.
You know that.
No. I know that you know that you gotta tell. Oh.
You want to tell me that you know that just we have built an estate for.
I don't know. That's why I'm asking you now. Where do we have built the apartment? Where?
Not forget about
No. We're not forgetting about it. We're not forgetting about it. Where the apartment or bill?
Give me chance to be lying. What
I'll get no. Then what you say? You gotta learn on the one first before you go to the other one. So where the apartment is in Ghana? Where? Say now you on national radio. No. You on national because how you can be saying in the community. So now you on national radio. So tell us where part of Ghana you know that apartment is. Oh, see the ball run away. They think a simple thing. The man say he sees something on Facebook, so he believe it. So I asking him where. The next question I wanted to ask him, how much? Right? How? I mean, I don't know. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning, Abu.
Good morning. Go ahead.
Yeah, this is Mandela.
Mhm.
Funny old. Yeah, Abu, the thing is talking that you're talking about 2017 dating. 2017 is a different. It was a different time.
Me I let it operate with doubting Thomases. No.
No, I'm coming.
I mean, if I paint you the reality, I give you scenarios and examples in today's time and make references, you still believe what you believe is okay. Go ahead, believe in what you believe. So let me see whether you are saying no, but if you say 2017 at different time, then I what you know.
Wait. Yeah, but I'm trying to get my point now. And then you say this.
No, but your premise is not looking correct. Your premise shaky. You trying
Okay,
yeah.
It will be correct. Because one kind of say the government has keep to power.
Mm-hmm.
The reason why I say that premise is because that was in early time. Early wanted fair play because he didn't want Joseph Boakai to come to power. So it was fair election. But when I'm trying to say these people that start that, Joseph Boakai and his people telling you that they will rig the election. What I'm trying to say, you will have to, the opposition has to prepare for counter action. Because when they put them there, they you know get up anything. Look at the case of Samuel Square. They say for unfairly, no. Look at the case of Frankie Kofa there. They say for unfairly, no. I was trying to tell you, this government, they are lawless, they don't want to respect the law, nothing. You see, they will use government common. And people are preparing. They have got a viral United Party and we say there to be people and what they call. So people are preparing for the opposition. What I'm sure they say is that opposition should prepare for counter action. In a time of people prepare for what they are telling you. That if they bring their action, these people are doing. And no one's looking at it. Somebody will say, the election commission, what they put do now? And that their own person again, they put it over there. Now they have put the whole 3 points of government. They back out put them control it now. You will say that, and then nobody do anything. They will say, okay, let's try it now. We just you never do nothing when you go to the election commission. No. One vote, go over the vote and go over the number. That person win.
Okay. Let's go put it one vote there. Let's see now. Good morning.
Morning, President Abu.
Good morning.
Good morning to our big brother, La Pera. My name is Wasn't Busy Dicky, Doctor. And I do join you from the community where our people fresh water from the juniors and David and the was I'm still with kind of conventional more. But let me say, so thank you so kind of we're talking about and discussing. You see, these are the things that we told our parents that the Boakai is in earth. Even when it comes to appointing officials and see the guy that then his name is circulating on the social media, Kenedon Widow. You know, Widow is a patience. And when you go back to that video, statistic, I'm giving scientific statistic and health statistic. It's a patient. And I mean, that man is impact. to control the National Election Commission. When you listen to him, 2023, even when you're speaking to the media, so you are gentleman. I mean, that man is a liar, he's a killer. I mean, everything that comes for General William Moore is very demonic.
Okay, thank you very much. But he has been nominated as the new NDC mayor. Good morning.
Morning, Abu.
Morning.
Thank you. This is the boss of Lawrence Kuya, and I'm the vice chair for operations, which can now use the development of the country. And thank you for your discussion. For President Abu, let me first appreciate you for your posture towards the guy who dropped it down, who said, John, we have new testing for Jackie appearing in Nigeria, in Ghana. Look, the other time I listened to former Minister Samuel Tuwe, and he said that people are still living with a mentality that they still don't go missing in that law. Are you getting me?
Mm-hmm.
People are still living with a mentality or mindset that they still don't go missing that. Why is the IMF scheme and clarify that if there was a still go missing that law, but then our economy will go to the track. But people still will live with that mindset. That's the propaganda because you know party still in the hands of foreigners too. Can you believe that up to now, on the bureau, they get a master that you SS in Ghana for Jackie Apia?
Okay. All right. Thank you very much. Good morning.
Yeah, morning, Abu.
Morning.
Yeah, I want to remind you quickly, I come from Ghana Physical Market.
Mm-hmm.
You see that nomination those men made? That was the federal attention for what coming to Guinea. Because most of the media now will start talking about land nomination and then at the end.
But we're talking, but for all we're talking about everything together now. We're talking about everything because that too has something to do with our laws. The law has been violated, so we can't just ignore it, right? So, but he's the president. If he say he will violate, this is not the first time the president violated the law. So if you say you want to do it again, we just put on the record that this is the second time the law say the person should be neutral and of course not associated with any party. But the president said that the man he will make and will care all of the reason. It's up to you. It's up to the president. We are just doing our job, right? We're just doing our job. So nobody will come say, oh, anytime so we are talking about it. What have we now said about the Guinean thing? We have said it all. We've put you in the know. We've challenged the government. And up to now, they've not said anything. Well, let's hear you from the diaspora.
Hey, good morning, Abu, and good morning to the peaceful people of Liberia. You know, Abu, my attention is being drawn to the behavior of the police yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
Abu, what is Liberia turning to? Sometimes I feel sorry for my people, for our people. So it means that in Liberia, there's no more law and order. It is now Gregory Cuomo and President Boakai. The Liberia has turned to a police state. Look, Abu, for me to see police officers, they're supposed to be friends to the citizens, and are enemy to the citizens. Police, for me to see a police officer looking at a lawmaker and pointing a tear gas gun and fire a tear gas directly where the people standing and conversing, having conversation. The representative is telling the people, don't jump nobody, don't attack nobody, stay at peace. We use the law to claim this land. And the police walk to that group, point a gun and shoot tear gas. I mean, look, let me tell you, Abu, Liberia will get difficult. Liberia is getting difficult and will be more difficult next year under Joseph Boakai. And the election year, Liberia should stand back. Because you know why? There will be fighting hand to hand. The few group of people that are receiving dollar in their pocket to buy cars, to go on the radio station and call it, the guy will just call and lie, and you just asking a question, which part of Ghana the estate is built? He ran away. These are the people that they pay, and they have no info. no clue. They got no clue. When they lie, the same lies, they still continue to lie. What kind of country it is? No, we gotta be sincere. We gotta be truthful to ourselves. Nobody, let me say this and then I can close. Said that under President Weah, there was no wrong being done. In fact, I'm a living witness when you sat on the same very Freedom Radio and call our government officials, critique them, hold them down for what they did wrong.
They did plenty, several of them. Some of them were our friends.
You guys were never sanctioned. You guys were never sanctioned. Austin guy were never brain because you spoke against the government. Even that as you are supporting President Weah, you didn't. But today, sometimes when you walk with fear because even your friend that is in the police, Gregory Coleman, has transformed the police not to be peaceful, but ruthless. But I can promise Gregory Coleman that your days are numbered. Not for death, but as police director. And you will bow your hair in shame. Because there will be time they will call your name Gregory Coleman in a place and everybody will boo you. And you will bow your head in shame.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank
God
you.
bless you.
Thank you very much. And so, folks, this is it. We can. This is all the time we've got to be here. This has been Wednesday morning, a presentation of the nation's most fascinating breakfast conversation right here on Freedom 87.9. And my name is Abu, fearless, bold, and unbending. We're going to be here tomorrow. And of course, until we see you, do have yourself a wonderful time from the nation's capital in Monrovia. Bye-bye.
Music.